All right, from the studio in Fairfax City, we are very grateful that Jan Hill accepted the invitation to our show. Jan, welcome to my humble podcast, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
What was the motivation to keep on touring year after year and releasing great music all the time, man?
Oh, it's just we enjoy what we do, it's as simple as that. Um, we've been at it for so long. It's also I don't know, muscle memory and stuff like that. But it's just basically because we enjoy it. That's the only reason we do it these days.
I got it. Good for all the fans out there in the world that want to see the band keep on playing. The media have thrown a lot of dirt at your band over the years about trying to kill heavy metal for the last, I don't know, 34 years. You guys still going strong, independent of what everybody else think or does, and that is great, you know.
Yeah, well, it's sort of it's people powered, isn't it? There's
Yeah,
it's the sort of people that like our music. And you got sort of pop music, and it's way out there, isn't it? It's everywhere, and then you have the sort of the niche markets almost like heavy metal, but the people who like that tend to be more inquisitive and more, they want to know how things work and whatever, and they care if there's a great lead break, they care if the vocalist got 2 octaves or 3 octaves or whatever range. They care if there's great bass lines and drum patterns and things. And those people will always be there. And if you get rid of heavy metal, they'll still demand something that satisfies their needs. And it'll probably sound
absolutely.
just like heavy metal.
Absolutely, I completely agree with you. And the latest album, Invisible Shield from 2024, I imagine that the meaning behind is this tenacity and endurance of all the band, going through life and struggles, and as if you guys are fighting, but they keep on rejoining, regrouping, and then going through life to hard times and keep on releasing great music, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's been difficult sometimes. I mean, we were sued at one time for subliminal messages and things like that. Um, we've always had attacks from basically the establishment, but we've always sort of, again, it's people power. The only reason we're still here is because the people enjoy what we do. Those kind of people enjoy what we do. That's why we're here.
Mhm.
Without the fans, well, we wouldn't be able to do it, would we? It's as simple as that. And it doesn't matter how much that they try to put heavy metal down. It's not just heavy metal; it's other kinds of things as well. As long as the people are there, it'll survive. And heavy metal has, for 50 odd years.
That's right. Yeah, and but I'm glad that you guys have given up, and I see, I was listening to your guys' music the last 3 4 albums, and I see a strong progression with all the albums. You guys are very tight, and every album is better than the previous one. And so how you manage to do that? So to keep the quality and keep on increasing the level and keep on touring. The fans are demanding for more records, and so the more you guys are steady, growing, 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 and how
Well,
how you
yeah,
manage to do that, man?
that's what we do. I mean, we go into any project um, with the sole purpose of making it better than the last one. It's what we've always done. We've tried to, improve with every single album, every single tour. We try to, you learn something new every day. Even at my age, you see, there's still stuff you don't know yet, and you utilize that. You put it into your music and what have you, and it keeps you fresh and it keeps you current and it keeps you relevant. Um, to the point where if you can listen to Judas Priest music, somebody's never heard it before, they probably wouldn't dream of thinking that at least two of the members of the band are in their 70s.
That's right.
It could be a young band, and that's one of the reasons we're still here as well. Because we try and keep abreast of we'll try anything. Any new device comes along, recording methods, gadgets, gizmos, whatever. We'll give it a go, and if it works, great. If it doesn't, well, we don't use it. But it keeps you relevant, and it keeps you current.
How you doing health wise? You keeping up to date with vitamins, amazing, and everything. So have you
Yeah,
guys?
yeah. In fact, you just reminded me I haven't taken them today.
All right, write yourself
Yeah,
a note.
yeah, it's the usual thing, statins and things for indigestion and stuff like that.
Gotcha, gotcha. I think every time that I go and see a concert, see you guys, I see many young kids discovering your music, and I'm glad you guys are able to make a connection with young people because guys at the 60, they are bringing the kids in the 40, which in turn they bring the kids are in their 17, 18,
Yeah,
20 years old, right? And it's sort of like you go and see Judas Priest band and you see three generations right there. It's
that's
amazing,
true.
right?
Yeah, I mean, like I say, it's improving and trying to get better with it with each project, and it'll appeal to younger people as well. Yeah, like you say, our audience is there are people our age. There are people who are the same age as my kids, and there's people who are the same age as grandchildren. They're still out there. Even grandchildren these days could be 20 years.
Mhm.
So yeah, you get a great spectrum of the different generations.
I got you, I got you. So you guys were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2022. Feel free to elaborate on the feeling that you have about that, because I'm quite sure that night was a very, very special for all of you and the families and so forth. So.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's something that I personally was unsure about. Right up until the day I got there. Do we really need this? It's not going to make any difference one way or another, really, to our careers. Um, I mean, we're pretty much coming to the end of it anyway. But the thing was, when I got there, and when you got people from all genres of music there, you got rappers there, you got soul singers there, you got country artists there, you got pop artists there, you got all the heavy metal bands there, and rock bands, and all, the whole spectrum of popular music or contemporary music. And you just got a great feeling of fraternity, of belonging, and everybody was so into everybody else. I mean, I was listening to Eminem, and I got it, I got rap, and I thought he was what a great performer. Lionel Richie was there, of course, Dolly Parton, Duran Duran were there, and you see all these people, and you realise how much they mean to you, even subconsciously. You've listened to their music on radios, maybe in the background, it might be in the car, whatever, and you realise how important it is to you, to you as an individual, And like I say, it just gave you a great warm feeling of belonging to this fraternity. And now I'm so glad we did it. It was a great experience.
Got it. Yeah, I understand that. You were 17 when you joined the band. If someone could travel back in time and tell the 17-year-old that you will be playing with and touring all over the world and still the 17 still kicking
Yeah,
and touring and traveling and man.
yeah, I know. I mean, the concept of popular artists being in the 70s
Yeah.
when we were starting out didn't exist, I mean, even Bing Crosby was in his late 50s. Sinatra was in his early 50s, and all the old crooners, the rock and rollers. But none of them were our age, That sort of that happened since we started out. And no, we never expected to be doing it for this long.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that we're still able to do it.
Do you look back sometime in your life and you pinch yourself and say, man, I've been in every hotel, in every country, in most cities, touring, doing okay, releasing a bunch of music. And at the time when you were 17, your parents probably telling you, no, forget about music. You're not going to make any money. You're going to be poor. Go to become a doctor, become an engineer. And you tell your parents, no, 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 I want to be a musician. I want to give this a try. And it's still going, man.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I was lucky, because my dad was a musician. Not that he didn't earn any money out of it, he was
Yeah.
only ever semi-pro. But he played double bass in jazz bands and dance bands and things like that, folk
Mhm.
bands. And so I was brought up with music, all through my life. And my mum was obviously she was into it as well. But basically, of course, she put up with my dad. So when I decided to make a go of it, there wasn't too much of a pushback from my folks. They thought, well, why not? I mean, we were all in the kind of jobs in those days that you could walk into any day. They were ordinary, just working class jobs. So we thought, well, yeah, let's give it a few years and see what happens. If it doesn't work, well, we can always go back to doing what we were before. Fortunately, we stuck at it and started to get more popular. It started to snowball.
I got you. I got you. Invisible Shield was the fifth top 10 album, and you have many top seven to four. The one for 2014, that was number six, 1979 was number 10. British Steel, Firepower, Unleashing the East. Man, it's amazing if you look back, man. Everything you guys have accomplished and still there, still kicking and screaming, and the fan want more and more, man. Good for you, man.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, we've done all right. Yeah.
It's a great feeling. You guys are touring, of course, at this moment. Feel free to elaborate on you playing tonight. You're playing a couple of days. Also, where you're playing now with touring here in the States, right?
That's it. Yeah, we're in Norfolk at the moment, playing
Yeah.
Virginia Beach. Well,
Yeah.
this evening. Yeah.
Good for you, man. Yeah. All right. Good for you. And the last question: what can we expect for the new album? Is a new album coming up in 2026, or it's too
Yeah,
early
it's been
to
it's
say,
it's
or
been
you guys
worked
are
on.
working new material,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we're looking at studio time early next year, um, and get in the studio and start putting it down. When it'll be released, I don't know. It's very early days yet. But yeah, there's a new album on the cards.
And then, where you record here in the US, or you go to London or Europe? You know,
Oh, to record?
yeah, yeah, yeah. You will record here in the US, or you will go overseas?
It'll probably be a mixture.
Yeah,
We'll do some of it here, and I'm sure we'll do some of it in Andy's studio in the
yeah,
UK.
yeah.
It yeah, that's
I
that's
got
the
it.
way
Well,
that's the way it's gone the last couple of albums.
yeah. Well, I hope, hopefully, you guys do well on this tour, and then with the new album, hopefully in 2026, there will be probably another tour, and we need to keep you guys healthy, so keep on playing and keep on touring and keep on delivering great music to all the fans out there, my friend.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, yeah. I know you have a lot of interviews lined up, so I don't want to take more of your time. It was very nice talking to you. Good luck tonight, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks, my friend.
Okay, Claudia, it's been a pleasure, mate.
You
Anytime.
want? Thank you very much.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
bye bye. Bye bye. Be safe.